Hi, welcome back. I appreciate you dropping by for a visit. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So, as the title suggests, we are going to have a tale of 3 keikis. So, here is one keiki right here, and their blooms, of course. And here's another keiki, and then this keiki. So, the interesting thing about this keiki is it also came off of this mama plant. So let's pretend this is the spike, okay? So I had left the spike on because it was terminal, and I wanted to see what it would do because there was nothing going on as far as new leaf growth, obviously, and I didn't see a basil keiki or any other keiki. So I was early in my orchid growing adventure, and I left it on there, so it did grow a keiki on the stem. So I got a small cap off of, I believe it was like a travel hairspray cap, and obviously cleaned it, disinfected it, and I attached it to the spike, and I put a little bit of moss in there. And then once her roots got a little bit longer and long enough for me to put into a media, so her roots were approximately about the length of this one right here by my thumb, this one. And I left her in that pot for a little bit, and then in March of 2021 I put her on this mount, and she is doing rather well with her root growth. I love how this root right here grew into a hole, found another hole to come out of, bypassed the wiring there, and now is growing upwards. I just think that's interesting. That's what I'm talking about, the wild look. I really like that. But anyway, so she produced the leaf on the right, and this leaf on the left is kind of a little on the wanky side, just because when I hung her back up, I hung her up backwards, so the leaf kind of turned a little bit. But she did have 3 leaves, and then that leaf on the right growing when I mounted her. So she's produced that leaf and then 1 more. But she's also produced this spiking. So let me set her down real quick so we can really look at her Now, let's look at her beautiful bloom. So let's look in the throat, really up close. There we go. So do you see the speckling on the inside of the throat, and then that butterfly kind of look? And she's got that, let me hold her still a little bit, maybe. There we go. Come on, hold still. There we go. And then she's got that yellowing, like sunshine yellow in the throat. But look at the leaf petals or sepals down here at the bottom. Do you see it? Do you see that yellow? That really, really pale yellow going across? Well, when this bloom first opened up, I thought it was an anomaly. I thought something was wrong with her. But then this bloom opened, and she has that same very, very pale, almost a tan color on the bottom. Now, everything else is the same. Her lip, her throat, the speckling, everything is the same. Now, let's look at a bloom from a keiki off the same mama, because remember, the one we just looked at came off of this mama too. But look at this one. Let me just zoom in a little bit. We have the same throat, same speckling, same butterfly in there, and that kind of tannish yellow is in the throat area itself, not down here. Is that not interesting? And then last but not least, we have what I was calling a pink baby soft clouds. So let's look at her throat real quick. There we go. Do you see all the speckling back there? And then on the butterfly, you can really, really see that speckling down the center. And her yellowing is more of like a sunshine yellow. But you see that tinge of pink? You can really see the pink on the back of her bloom, and like in the buds before they open. But she has just a hint of pink here. And her bloom, let's see if I can get a little closer to this one, without breaking anything, is a larger version of the baby soft clouds. That's why I was calling her the baby pink soft clouds. But you see, they have the same shape, almost the same lip, with the same speckling, the same everything, except for the coloring. Okay, I'll untangle them in a minute. So, just goes to show that even though this beauty and this beauty have the same parent, they can, once they bloom, produce kind of their own look, like our children. Even though they might look like mom and or dad, they could still have their own unique personalities and characteristics. However, this one here will no longer be called the Baby Pink Soft Clouds. A few months ago, I did tell Andrea, and Andrea, if you're watching this, thank you, but I mentioned to her that the first no ID phal that bloomed for me, I was going to rename it Andrea, because she's been very supportive on my channel for many, many, many months, comments on almost all of them, and I appreciate that. And right now, the only way I can let you know I appreciate it is by renaming my no ID phal here, who was Baby Soft Clouds. You are now dubbed Andrea. I will change her tag and put that on there, but look how beautiful she is. Beautiful bloom for a beautiful person. I appreciate you, as I appreciate all of you guys. And if you are new to my channel, again, thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you who watch that don't comment, I appreciate you as well. And if you'd like to have an orchid named after you, let me know and we'll see what we can do. I've got lots and lots of no IDs, so it's not like I'm going to run out soon anyway. Everyone have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next one.